Have you ever felt like you were about to experience something that your heart sensed even before it happened? Sometimes, it seems like life is setting everything up silently, like a song that begins with soft notes before exploding into emotion. And perhaps this is what you're going through right now, the threshold of a moment that could change everything. A meeting. An answer. A gesture that finally confirms what your heart already knew. Today, your angels want to whisper something very special in your ear. They know you've been feeling an invisible shift around you. As if something is getting closer, something good, intense, and above all, well-deserved. There's a magical moment heading your way, and it carries more light than you can imagine. This moment is not just any moment. It is the moment. The one you prayed for in silence during your loneliest nights. The one you dreamed about without telling anyone. The one that seemed impossible, until now. You might be wondering, is it really meant for me? And I tell you with all the certainty that the angels grant me, yes, it is meant for you. They have seen every step on your path. They were there when you chose to forgive instead of holding on to grudges. When you reached out even when you were tired. When you chose to believe, even when everything around you told you to give up. This moment is approaching not because you did everything right, but because you remained true to yourself. Because even without knowing it, you were the light in someone's life. You inspired without trying. You healed with your presence. You loved with courage. And now, something is returning to you. It could be a reunion that seemed unlikely. It could be someone finally opening their heart. It could be a revealed truth that completely transforms the way you see yourself, and how that person sees you. The angels show that this person, yes, the one you have in your mind right now, is going through awakening. She is seeing you in a new light. Not as someone ordinary, but as someone who carries a rare energy, hard to explain, impossible to ignore. And even if she remains silent, there is a whirlwind inside her. It's as if everything is about to overflow. And it will. Because no one can ignore for long what changes the soul. You may have already noticed small signs, lingering glances, messages that say a lot between the lines, a presence that feels more present, even in silence. All of this is a reflection of what the angels are preparing. An alignment. A surrender. A revelation. And this revelation will not come just from the other person. It will also come from within you. You will see yourself differently. You will recognize yourself as someone who deserves the extraordinary, not for perfection, but for authenticity. You will realize that all this time of waiting, of uncertainties, of nights questioning what to do, was preparing you for this very moment. And no, it won't happen like in the movies. It will be better. Because it will be real. It will be felt. And it will be yours. Now take a deep breath and feel. Feel that gentle vibration running through your body. It's the sign that something is moving. It's the gentle touch of the angels on your energy field, saying, it's coming. It's closer than you think. It's more magical than you dreamed. And when it happens, don't be surprised if everything makes sense all at once. If eyes meet at just the right moment. If the right words are spoken without rehearsal. Because when it's divine, it doesn't need perfection. It only needs an open heart. And that is what they are asking of you now, an open heart. Open to receive. Open to trust. Open to live this moment with total presence, without fear, without masks, without the old doubts. Because what comes to you is love with purpose. It's a connection to the soul. It's an answer to your prayers. And when it arrives, you will know. You will feel it. You will be moved. And you will be grateful for never giving up on believing. You may have doubted along the way. Who hasn't? In moments of silence, distance, unanswered messages, or gestures that seemed too cold, your heart may have wavered. Am I fooling myself? You asked. But now the angels reveal that this entire journey had a deeper purpose than you ever imagined. That person, to whom you have dedicated so much thought and emotion, felt it too, and continues to feel it. But unlike you, They are still struggling with what they feel. They tried to rationalize, to distance themselves, to keep busy with other things, other people, other paths. But everything leads them back to you. And that is what scares them the most. Because you represent what is real. And the real, when we are not prepared, can seem threatening. It feels too big to be fully embraced. But the time of resistance is coming to an end. The angels show that this person is reaching a point of no return. The point where the heart starts to shout louder than the pride, louder than the fear, louder than the old justifications. They are about to acknowledge to themselves, and to the world, what they feel for you. And it is at this very moment that you must stand firm. Not to chase after them. Not to force anything. But to sustain your light. Your peace. Your inner certainty that you are worthy of being loved exactly as you are. You don't need to mold yourself to their expectations. You don't need to chase after them to prove your worth. All you need is to keep being yourself. Because that is what touched this person. That is what awakened feelings in them that they didn't even know they could still feel. The way you embrace life, how you handle pain with grace, how you look into others' eyes without fear, that was transformative. And now, in light of the impending magical moment, the angels ask for one very clear thing: be ready. Not just to receive what is coming, but to choose. Yes, choose. Because when that moment arrives, and it will, you will hold in your hands a rare gift, the power to decide whether you want to embrace this love with all that it represents. With commitment, with truth, with vulnerability, with your soul. And that requires courage. Perhaps this person won't come with all the answers. Perhaps there are still wounds, insecurities, slow steps. But they will come with an open heart. And that, dear soul, is the most important thing. Are you ready to recognize love when it presents itself without disguises? Are you willing to live this love deeply, even when it asks you for patience, presence, and sometimes forgiveness? Because the love that is coming to you is not ordinary. It is love with purpose. It is spiritual connection. It is a soul mission. And it will demand your best version, not the perfect one, but the most honest. The one who knows what they feel. Who knows what they deserve. Who chooses love even when it is challenging. And if you allow it, this magical moment will become a turning point in your life. A year from now, you may look back and remember this very instant, this one, right now, as the moment everything began to change. Where you chose to believe. Where you decided to open up. Where you felt, deep in your soul, that you are not alone. You never were. The angels have accompanied you in every breath, every tear, every renewed hope. They knew this moment would come. They just waited for you to be ready. And you are. Your intuition has been telling you for a while. Your body feels it. Your energy field vibrates. And now, everything is starting to align. You will see signs. You will feel more intensely. You will be moved by small confirmations that will appear in your daily life. Nothing will be by chance. And when it happens, and it will, you will understand the reason for all the waiting. Because finally, it will be your turn to experience what once seemed so distant, so dreamed of, so much yours. And then, your heart will whisper, this was it. It was always this. And perhaps the most beautiful part of all this is realizing that you didn't need to chase after, beg, or change who you are to be loved like this. This magical moment that is coming, it is a direct reflection of the energy you've radiated throughout your journey. You planted love even when you didn't receive it. You remained present even when you were ignored. You believed even when the world around you told you to give up. And the angels saw it all. Nothing went unnoticed. They kept every tear, every prayer, every silent plea made before sleep. And now they are transforming all of this into blessings, into answers, into rewards. You are about to experience a moment of revelation. Something will be said. A message will be sent. A gesture will be made. And in that very instant, you will feel that the entire universe moved to deliver to you what has always been rightfully yours. But remember, This moment will not be the end of the journey. It will only be the beginning. The beginning of a new phase where love will no longer be doubt but certainty. Where you will no longer question whether you are reciprocated, because you will feel it in every glance, in every touch, in every word. This person is ready to shed their defenses, to speak truths they have kept for fear, to embrace feelings they tried to deny. And all of this is because you remained steadfast. And more than that, because you chose to keep radiating love, even when the easier choice would have been to close yourself off. The angels ask that, in this moment of transition, you keep your energy high. Take care of yourself with kindness. Nourish your faith. Surround yourself with beauty, with art, with nature, with everything that makes your soul smile. Because the more you connect with what is true inside you, the faster this reality manifests outside of you. And suddenly, everything falls into place. The message arrives. The call comes. The reunion happens. The gaze shifts. The silence transforms into a declaration. And what once seemed distant becomes present. This person, even if they never said it, has always felt you. They carried you in their thoughts at the most unexpected moments. They searched for you in songs, in phrases, in memories. There was something within them that they couldn't explain, why they thought of you so often, until they realized that the feeling didn't come from the mind, but from the soul. And the soul, dear one, never lies. It simply waits for the right time to manifest. And that time is now. Your angels say, receive. Receive the love, the connection, the presence, the surrender. Receive without fear, without doubts, without the need to understand every detail. Just feel. Because when it's true, the soul recognizes it before the mind can comprehend. This magical moment about to unfold could be the turning point you've been waiting for. The rebirth of something that seemed lost. Or even the blooming of something you didn't even imagine was still alive. But it is. It is alive, pulsating, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself completely. And your angels assure you, that moment has arrived. Now is the time to open your arms to life, your heart to love, and your soul to the miracles that are about to happen. Yes, miracles. Because what's coming is so beautiful, so intense, so much greater than you asked for, that it can only have come from heaven. And it has. It has been prepared with care, with time, with purpose. And it's coming straight to you. You deserve to experience a kind of love that doesn't need to be explained, only felt. A love that recognizes you before finding you. That listens to you even in silence. That chooses you every day, even with all your scars and imperfections. That love, dear soul, is closer than ever. And maybe you've spent so much time thinking you had to earn this love, when in reality, it already belongs to you. Not because you are perfect, but because you are real. And real souls meet in real moments, even when they seem unlikely. Now, the angels are asking you to free yourself from any lingering doubt. Let go of the fear of rejection, of dreaming alone, of opening yourself up and not being embraced. These fears are understandable. But they no longer have a place here. Because the love that is coming to you is acceptance. It is presence. It's the kind of love that doesn't leave at the first conflict, that isn't scared of your intensity, that doesn't run away when you show who you really are. This is the moment when the universe invites you to be whole. To not diminish yourself to fit into anyone's heart. Because the right heart will recognize your greatness and will expand to embrace you completely. The person who is thinking of you right now is feeling exactly that, an almost uncontrollable urge to get closer, to talk, to touch, not just your body but your soul. And it's precisely this that makes this moment so magical. It won't just be a physical meeting, but an energetic, spiritual, emotional fusion. You will notice it in their gaze, which they will no longer be able to hide. In gestures that will become more intentional. In their voice, which will tremble a bit when expressing what the heart has kept secret for so long. And in that instant, you will realize that everything you've experienced up to this point, every disappointment, every weight, every night of doubt, has prepared you for this meeting. You will not be standing in front of just anyone. You will be in front of someone who, even without knowing it, has been seeking exactly what you offer: truth, surrender, soul. And it will be in this exchange that everything will become clear. The angels are asking you to allow yourself, to not try to control the pace of things, to not expect perfection, to not sabotage yourself out of fear of being happy. Just live. And be attentive to the signs. They will be everywhere. A number that keeps repeating, a song that suddenly plays, a name that appears in a dream. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and now you will be able to notice the signs that once seemed like coincidences. It's no longer about waiting. It's about receiving. You've already walked the hardest path, the one of surrender without guarantees. Now the heavens are guiding you to a new terrain, that of reciprocity, truth, and union. This person, even if they have hesitated, even if they have gotten lost in their own confusions, is awakening. They are realizing that what they feel for you is not just anything. It is something rare, sacred, and profound. And the most beautiful part, they are willing to go all the way to not miss this chance. They may not yet know how to do it. They might stumble over words and take their time with each step. But their heart has already made the choice. And that choice is you. Now, take a deep breath. Feel in your chest that silent certainty, that light warmth that spreads when something is right. Because this moment, so long dreamed of, so eagerly awaited, is approaching with determined steps. And when it arrives, you won't need to ask if it's real. You will know. Because it will be the moment when the heart finds rest. When the soul finds shelter. When love stops being a promise and becomes a presence. And when that moment arrives, the moment that is already subtly announcing itself, everything within you will make sense. You will understand why there were so many waits, so many no's, so many pauses that hurt. You will understand that each time you thought about giving up, you were actually being prepared to receive something that cannot be rushed, a true, deep, and transformative love. This love will recognize you not just for your beauty, but for your soul. Not for what you show on social media, but for who you are when no one is watching. For your courage to carry on even with a broken heart. For your way of loving without reservation, even when the world has taught you to be cautious. The angels indicate that the person who is approaching is at a decisive moment. They feel the need to take action because they know time is running out. Not because you have set limits, but because their soul is too restless to keep ignoring what they feel. There is a call within them, almost like a sacred urgency, saying, "It's now or never." Deep down they know, they will never find someone like you again. Perhaps they have already tried. Maybe they've searched in other people, other places, other moments, for something that reminded them of you. But nothing has been enough. Because what you both have is not ordinary. It's a soul connection. It's a meeting written in the stars. It's a bond that withstands time, distance, and silence. And now, everything is starting to align. You will begin to feel a lighter atmosphere. More synchronicities. More clarity about what you want, and especially, about what you will no longer accept. You'll notice that your intuition is sharper, your heart is calmer, your faith is stronger. This is not a coincidence. It's preparation. The universe is making space for the new to enter. And this new has the scent of truth, of mutual affection, of complicity. So no matter how much fear tries to whisper in your ear, remember, you've waited too long to back down now. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to live. This love that is coming has roots in spirituality. It is a divine response to everything you have offered in prayer, in tears, in silence. It comes to enhance, to soothe, to bloom with you, and not at your expense. And when he knocks on your door, you won't need to pretend to be secure. You'll be able to open it with vulnerability, with honesty, with your soul. Because this love already knows every part of you, and chose to stay. Dear soul, now that we've come this far, the angels are asking me to share something even deeper with you. Yes, The magical moment is about to manifest. And yes, it will be even more intense than you imagined. But there is something even more important than the moment itself: what you will do with it. The angels remind you that you weren't put on this path for no reason. You were chosen. Not because you've never made mistakes, but because, even in your pain, you chose love. Even when you were hurt, you decided to love with purity, with presence, with your soul. And that is rare. That rarity is what attracted this person. It's what awakened in them the courage to feel again. It's what is causing the entire universe to conspire to unite paths that seemed distant for a long time. But now that this love is approaching with real steps, the angels want to make a request. Do not shut yourself off. Do not doubt yourself. Do not question what has already been answered within your heart. Just be present. Present for the signs. Present for the small daily miracles. Present for the moment when everything that seemed confusing finally becomes clear. You are entering a phase of revelation, of rebirth, of reward. And this person, even if they don't know how to put everything into words, is feeling that same energy. They also feel their heart race when they think of you. They also wonder, what if it's now? The angels show that yes, it is now. And when this reunion happens, whether in the form of a deep conversation, an unexpected gesture, or a simple look full of meaning, you will know. Because true love, the kind that comes from soul to soul, needs no explanation. It just needs courage. And you have that courage. Now, dear soul, before we say goodbye, I need to extend one last invitation to you. If you feel that this message has touched your heart, if it spoke to that part of you that has been silent until now, if you believe that this magical moment truly belongs to you, then manifest it. Write in the comments, I receive this manifestation with faith and presence. Because when you declare to the universe that you are ready, everything starts to move with even more force. And if you want to continue receiving these divine messages that nourish your soul and connect you with the most sacred aspects of love, then I invite you to subscribe right now. Yes, right now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to know more. Just feel. If this message found you today, it's because your soul is ready for what comes next. And your presence here is no accident. You have been guided. Click to subscribe. Activate that connection with the divine. Receive what is rightfully yours. Because the angels still have so much to reveal to you. And the next miracle could start with this simple gesture. Trust. Feel. Choose to be here, for yourself, for your path, for this love that is arriving.